One of the things I think that entrepreneurs run into and business owners and coaches and experts and things like that is like when to
Mhm,
stop
mhm.
in kind of pursuing something and kind of taking this as an angle. Maybe you can put it as a different way, but you ended up having to stop the blog, right? You ended up stopping the
Mhm.
blog. What
Yeah.
was one of the reasons that you stopped that? And maybe what was a transition that you said, okay, I got to make the decision and then stop something? Because I think a lot of people are afraid to stop because they think that they're like on the cusp, and then sometimes
Mhm.
they are.
Yeah, that's a great question. It's a lot like UFC fighters, like I'm a big, huge UFC fan. And so it's like, what keeps, you know, what has somebody like a George St. Pierre who went out on the top, who knew when to say stop, and someone like a BJ Penn, who's an absolute legend, who went out and couldn't say when to go out and just kept getting knocked out, or a Chuck Liddell who kept getting knocked out. It's like, fortunately, or well, I mean, similarly, if we don't make those decisions for ourselves, they're made for us. And, there's a natural consequence to that, right? If we don't, there's natural consequence to either side. But for me, what happened was growth, um, I really do believe there's a lot why people do anything is around identity, both identity and reputation. So a lot of times, like I felt there was times I could have stopped the blog sooner, but I felt like my reputation of being seen as doing rather than being, right? So if I'm not doing this,
Mm.
then people are going to, then make a judgment about me, which is now I'm going to affect my identity because I'm not going to feel good about myself.
Wow, that's really
Well,
important. Yeah, that's
yeah,
good.
so there's identity and reputation, and so my identity was wrapped up into the reputation that I was getting the attention from the blogging. And I was making sales. I actually ended up creating a program called the High Ticket Blogging Formula, and I did really great money with that, and had a lot of great clients, people that are still friends from that. But yeah, it eventually became to the point where I started to divorce my identity and my energy and my
Hmm.
time that was invested in my results. So the minute I divorced my time from my money and my results, things started to change. I realized I don't have to blog. Like, what was I really after? I wanted to make impact. I really wanted to serve people. I wanted to work with people at a deep level. And so for me, now kind of fast forward to what my main business is, my agency and what I do. There, it's divorced a lot from my identity. I don't have to use my Tony Teegarden brand so much.
Got
Um,
it.
from that standpoint. And so the blog kind of like my TonyTeegarden.com, y'all can go there, but I ain't done squat with it since
Yeah.
probably 2017. I just kind of like walked away. I'll do some stuff with it. I'll kind of go back when I'm ready. Pardon me. But right now it's like my income is divorced from my time and my energy for the most part. Right. And so it doesn't require that brand. And I do think, and listen, there's nothing wrong with if somebody wants to brand themselves and be the face of the brand. I think that's amazing. You can do that. But my philosophy, the lens of which I started to look at my own life, I'm 49, I'll be 50 in November. I started to look at like my time, my energy. Am I spending it or am I investing it? And back then I realized I was spending it a lot. I wasn't investing my energy.